The story of brave Gellert. A legend is based on a true historical event. However, the story may have changed as it was passed down from generation to generation, sometimes over hundreds of years. The fact that so many people kept the story alive shows that it had a very important message. One such legend is the tragic story of the 13th century Welsh prince, Llewellyn, and his faithful dog, Gellert. Llewellyn loved hunting, and Gellert went with him on all his expeditions. No wild animal was too big, strong, or fierce for Gellert, whose bravery was legendary. One cold winter's day, Llewellyn was preparing to go out hunting. The prince's beloved baby son was sleeping quietly in his cradle. On this particular morning, Llewellyn decided to leave his faithful friend Gellert to protect the child. Before leaving, he stroked the dog's huge head and ordered him to guard the baby well. Gellert watched his master lovingly until Llewellyn closed the door behind him. As soon as the prince returned home, he hurried towards the bedroom, impatient to see his son and relax in front of the fire. But when he entered the room, he saw a terrible sight. Furniture had been overturned. There was blood everywhere, and the baby's cradle was empty on the floor. At that horrifying moment, he felt something touch his hand. He looked down to see Gellert standing there beside him. The dog seemed exhausted, but he was happy to see his master. He was covered in blood. "You wicked creature!" shouted the prince, believing that the dog had killed his son. At once, he took out his hunting knife and stabbed Gellert. But then, the prince heard a little cry behind the overturned cradle. His son was alive. Too late, he saw the body of a huge wolf lying dead on the floor. Thanks to Gellert, the baby was safe. Full of regret, Llewellyn knelt and sadly stroked his faithful friend for the last time. The heartbroken prince buried Gellert's body outside the castle walls. A huge stone, on which Gellert's name and story are written, can still be seen on that spot, and the village nearby was named Beddgelert, Gellert's grave. The legend claims that the prince refused to smile ever again. He had learnt, at a terrible price, that you should never jump to conclusions.